Alright guys, welcome back to Let's Play Metal Gear Rising Revengeance on the Mysterious JG. Yeah, so those Endurance Plus items, you can buy some and others are scattered throughout the game, and I went and looked it up and we did already miss one. You remember how when I was climbing up the spiral stairs around like an oil refinery tower building, we saw a box that you couldn't jump to, and I was like, oh, I wonder what that is. Oh well. Well, that was the first of the collectible Endurance Plus items, and we had to... by the time we saw it, it was already too late to get it. We needed to cut through a wall from the previous room because you sort of auto-saves and you can't backtrack. But I'm probably going to go off-screen and get it because this game gets really hard. I'm going to need all the extra health I can get for the final boss of this game. So I might go back and do that. But at any rate, we're pretty close to the end of this. Electrolyte pack. And RP. I think we might want to use EM grenades in this battle potentially, although I forget how. Forget how you actually throw grenades, so. But yeah, I think we're about to go into a boss fight. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not wrong. Desperado's super tank is coming. Okay, that really screwed up sound again. I was trying to evade, or I don't know if you can parry this. Well, my efforts to use a grenade on it didn't do a whole lot. Oh, I probably should have used Repair Nano Paste if I'd known that's what that was going to be. My my recorder is making really unhappy noises here. Let me make sure everything's still working. Looks like it is. Having some kind of network issues. Alright, this will be another cobbled together from multiple videos video because my PC got really unhappy there for a second. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to reboot my PC between videos here, but I guess just in case more nano paste just shows up, I'll okay, so I pushed it back, and now it's going to change into a different mode, and I don't know if EM grenades do... Which has very little to do with what you were doing before. I was trying to parry. I never know what you can and can't parry in this game. Because every time it has like a big glowing attack that makes it look like it's drawing your attention to it so you can parry it. Then it turns out that you can't parry. Like there. Awesome music. Oh, crap. Okay, well there goes a electrolyte pack. It just ran right into its super attack there. don't know what it wants me to hit here, but it gave me a sign like this would be a good time for Zanratsuken. Well, fuck, game. What do you want me to hit? Oh, I'm out of Zanratsuken? Going into breakdancing mode. I can whack its legs until it stops being able to skate around. Well, there goes another nano paste. I think this is it, though. So I probably got a C on that. Well, a B. So it's not the worst score ever, but that was not super efficient.
I knew I'd seen that guy before.
You mean the tank?
Stephen Armstrong. As in Colorado Senator Stephen Armstrong.
Oh man, Colorado
They're
Buffalo's a
already
bunch of
talking about
cheaters.
him as a shoo-in for the nomination in 2020. And
I don't know, Trump seems like he's got it locked.
A federal grand jury investigated his ties to a certain private
World Marshal, one of the biggest PMCs out there. I remember.
Yeah.
The biggest, ever since the Big Five split up. Not to
And
mention the
4
single
different
largest
fingers and a
investor in
thumb.
military cyborg R&D in the world. Guess that answers the question of who's backing Desperado.
Marshall and Desperado in bed together. Should make for some fun headlines.
Some really kinky
Headlines.
scenes.
This is World Marshal and a U.S. Senator we're talking about. There won't be any headlines. Even without the Patriots filter, no major media outlet will investigate allegations like these.
Really?
It'd be financial and political suicide.
So we just what?
Wait a second. No, that's not how this works, Kev. Like, one of the two main media outlets will ignore it, and the other one will just keep harping on it even if there is no story.
They're planning something big, Kev. We can't just wait for it to happen.
Down
we
where,
need to hit
Kev?
him first and hit him hard where it counts.
No, Raiden, no. I know what you're thinking, and just know. Colorado is in America, and America has these things called laws.
Which apparently don't apply to World Marshal, because I'm saying even the media won't investigate.
And farmed out to
RoboCop.
Yes, so what? They are still
OCP.
laws, and it's their headquarters, for Christ's sakes. You'd be heading right into the heart of a raging shitstorm.
Well, it's only a raging shitstorm if he gets there. I mean, otherwise it's pretty calm business.
Kevin, out.
I'm angry at you for the idea that we'll fight the villains. Alright, so I didn't really get any good use out of the EM grenade, but by the same token, who cares if I wasted it, because I'd never get any use out of them. But I believe that's it for this. I believe that's the main boss of this level. Could be wrong. A lot of these levels have 2 bosses, actually, but like Wolf and then Mistral, for example. So maybe that was just the first of 2, and I've got more left to do than I realized. And I'm kind of mentally preparing myself to do a run through the previous mission as quickly as possible without recording it, just to backtrack and get hollow chip. I thought I would say hollow chip like it was a really dramatic thing to say, and let you guys decide whether or not it was an exciting thing to hear. And I'm thinking that's on the other side of this door, whatever this next item is. Action is what the Flashman needs. I don't know why I said that, but it did. Oh, level's not over yet, because they're still giving me power-ups. got some kind of left arm cyborg. Doesn't seem like it's going to let me sneak up on them either, so let's go for it. Good. No, I need to get the ghetto, or this was a waste of Zanratsuken energy. So I don't know if I got the left arm successfully, or if I screwed that up. But there's more goodies over here. EM grenade, so that made up for the one that I wasted, although again, not a huge waste. I'm not like deeply upset about this. But we're back up to full capacity for one of the weapons that I hardly ever use. Probably should figure out how to use them more effectively, as a matter of fact.
An artificial blood cryopreserver. They must have begun preparatory freezing.
You might be able to get your own blood
The
back.
device is filled with synthetic blood plasma. It can slow the metabolism of a harvested organ, circulating this plasma to sustain oxygen levels. You can preserve an arm, a brain, any body part for several hours.
And they're still as delicious as when they were first baked.
I could not say. Perhaps they plan to sell off the organs of the children they were told to dispose of.
Unbelievable.
They seem like a bad
You
people.
best
Right?
hurry, right?
Right.
But please call me and we'll talk about cyborg shit for like 8 hours. Get out! Oh, I actually did cut something up there. Oh, it's a whole bunch of Georges.
Shit.
Hey, stop right there.
Ooh, it's Dr. Evil.
George,
Martha.
you've heard of chloroform? A potent anesthetic in smaller doses. But breathe too much of it? And adios, muchachos.
Wow, he's not really a very good guy, is he?
Break that glass, and I'll blow his brains out.
Well, that kid has a name and an actual backstory, so
Or decide, the needs of the many, or the needs of the few.
outweigh the needs of the one.
Right in. Don't worry about me now.
Quiet, pendejo! Surrender.
Ilsa.
I won't ask again.
Because I'll be dead. And now our boss fight with regular guy.
Are you sure?
I'm ready. Me life now so precious. Ting, what if we can take this skunt to hell with me?
Cállate!
That's all I needed to hear.
That means they're gonna save you and let those other kids die because you're noble.
Now! I'll kill him, I swear!
Blade mode! My little razor toenails are gonna get you, kid. I mean, evil scientist guy. I guess we're not gonna get a chance to question him. No, I'm just gonna sit here and pose while those other kids die. Break the glass, Raiden! Stop posing! So we got an overall rank of B. I apparently missed a combat outright. Well, whatever. Research facility completed. We unlocked the mariachi uniform. You better believe I'll be using that when I off screen. Hopefully it'll let me do a little mid-mission shopping, or between mission shopping here. 20,000. It's worth it. Because we will be playing at least one chapter on screen, I promise you, as Mariachi Raiden. Matter of fact, I'm going to equip it right now. It does not make any combat difference. We are going to get Strength +2, Absorption +2, Energy +2. We will go to our unique Woppets. And this one will only get Strength +2. It doesn't get additional Absorb, because I think you just use the Absorption stat of your main weapon. We've already got Endurance +1. We found Endurance 2. Although actually I think we found Endurance. Yeah, this is separate. There's like 4 or 5 we can buy this way, and other ones we get in game. So I believe our actual endurance now is +3. And we'll get fuel cells +2. So clearing that, we're now under 1 million BP, but we've upgraded ourselves in several key ways, including our awesome new mariachi appearance. Apparently there's nothing in skills. No, there wouldn't be, because I didn't unlock any new weapons, so... yeah, so let's listen to some plot, and then I'll have to bug out and go play through the first mission and get what we missed as far as Endurance Plus. So we're heading things to do in Denver when you're a robot ninja gangster. Or dead.
Baffled by the statement, police are still investigating a motive.
I'm a reporter who looks vaguely like Rose.
For his scheduled visit with Pakistani President Farouk Salam.
Farouk Alatan? I went to school with Farouk Alatan.
Amidst a surge of anti-American sentiment in the region.
How much more can it surge?
Me ninja brother.
George, good to see you up and about.
You're my brother. Now go home, go to your family, and be a goddamn man. Actually, that's what George should be saying to him.
That's because your blood sugar levels are being maintained automatically.
Anyway, sorry all those other kids died.
Oh! Even here you go, one of them scone in the base. Why the rat you not take me with you, huh?
Damn it, Doc. Sorry, kid. You'd just be in the way.
Damn it, Doc. Why did you tell him about my murder mission?
Besides, I thought you didn't want to be a killer, right?
Well,
Me don't, but...
for those guys, I'll make an exception.
Remember that.
Remember me and Charlie.
Right.
No need to hang up mad, kid.
That's all I needed to hear.
I guess now we're going to find out that he didn't let those kids die, maybe?
It yearns to bathe in the blood of
Oh, never mind.
but you hold it back.
He just needed to know the kid was willing to
remember
die.
that.
That's the fun part of all this. Wow, Denver cops are pretty rough. You have out-of-state plates on, so we're going to shoot at you and then tell you to pull over. It's turning into the Matrix Reloaded or Revolutions, whichever one was the second one. We've had the white dreadlock guys and...
What is
Yeah.
this, Kenya? You
Pardon you?
cannot resign.
Sorry, Boris, it's done. Can't have a Maverick employee involved in a corporate raiding now, can we?
You could at
Well, they're
least
cutting off your
talk to me.
pension.
No. It was time to break away from the old team, Boris. Past time.
You guys are
You
terrible.
cannot take on Marshall all by yourself.
I won't sit by while they butcher little kids and ship their parts around like meat. It's sick.
Fucked
Not
up, man.
all so simple, Ryder. They import those brains legally for medical purposes. It's all done.
Being legal doesn't make it right.
Ryder,
Hold that thought.
Besides, it was a totally partisan vote, the is it legal to cut out kids' brains and put them in cyborg bill. I won't tell you which party voted for and against, but, wow, it's a character from Bionic Commando 2000. Fuck you, Spencer! Wait, you're not Spencer. I apologize. Just never told you. Fuck you. Oh, Wolf, you joined my little band of warriors. I guess warriors now with the two of us. Wolf, take the wheel. We will be a happy couple. Well, that's convenient. If he'd landed on his wheels and kept driving, it was the only way that could have been stupider. Anyway, it's a shame we got such an exciting intro, and I'm planning to quit out to the menu and to go back to Act 1. Not the prologue chapter, but, you know. His feet just look so stupid to me in this game.
I will patrol ahead.
Military cyborg, you are not licensed to operate in this area. You're in violation of state and federal law.
Guess you better arrest me then.
Yep, that's the thing. I'm not a cyborg, I just got a weird chin. Hey, it's Robert Zadar, a cyborg cop. Even though Robert Zadar wasn't a cyborg cop, so what the hell am I talking about? Ghetto. So I'm gonna just do a couple codec conversations to round out the video because, as I said, my plan now is to go back and play through the first mission to get a little bit more endurance. Seems like a waste of time, but nah, what the hell, it's my time to waste, and give me a chance. Well, we're really the only short one in BP endurance pastes or nano paste, so I don't really need to play through a whole mission off screen to stock up on supplies, but I do kind of want to 100% those things that actually increase your stats, because like I said, this game's going to get real hard by the end. Oh, contacts are down to Doctor and Wolf. I would assume we will get Courtney back at some point, because otherwise we can't save.
Land a flurry of strikes against the cyborg, and his brain-machine interface may malfunction.
That'll be fun.
Take him momentarily offline. The same applies to UGs as well. Strike often enough, and their AIs become unable to keep up with the required real-time processing.
Go for the
Make
head
that
dragon.
happen, and you can enjoy a decisive advantage. Assuming you have sufficient power, you could even enter blade mode and finish the fight right there. No matter how strong their armor, getting knocked offline leaves them completely vulnerable.
So if you're so dominant that you can dizzy them, you're going to win. That's what he said.
I trust you do not mind my telling George about your arrival.
I do
Could
not.
have done without that, Doc. He didn't need to know I was here.
Well, there was no reason to conceal that from him. My intention was not to impugn you. He has a right to know.
He's your
Not
son.
as if he can simply fly over there and meddle in your affairs.
It's throwing off my emotional balance, Doc. Things like that can negatively impact the mission, you know.
I thought you would love having
However,
little
do you
kids
mean?
know about your
You did
murder.
the right thing, did you not? There's nothing to be ashamed of. George has the best body we can give him right now. And the rest
My.
of the children are also safe. And quite content too, I should add. It was your quick decision-making that saved them, right? George's body will require regular maintenance, not to mention a replacement upon reaching adult age. But the expense is more than worth it.
I'm paying for it out of my own bow tie, my own string tie budget.
We're good for, as far as I can tell.
Oh, you are quite mistaken there. Just consider it. The power of a machine matched with the nimbleness and creativity of a human. The construction and public works possibilities alone are endless.
Why,
I
he
saw
could
a
even
news
become
piece on
some kind of
German TV
desk
just the other
jockey.
day about a cyborg plumber, in fact. Let's not forget about elder care.
He's called
either.
cyborg
One needs
riding.
Strength to bathe and care for the bedridden. But it's also very delicate work, if you follow. Not the sort of thing you'd leave to a machine.
Unless it's
Sounds
Japan.
great. So long as we don't start replacing the old folks' bodies, too. Just because they're old.
Well, that's my plan.
A valid concern, yes. I recall reading a comic like that once.
Well, but aren't you fighting a million cyborgs right now?
The cybernetic body to fight evil military scientists and so on.
Yeah. But can't George do anything besides physical labor, though?
No, he's too
He has
stupid.
every right to choose another path. If he opts not to take advantage of his body's physical strength, he's free to pursue academia instead. His body provides a completely ideal chemical environment for his brain, after all. I can certainly see how that would prove handy in the realm of higher education. The only problem would be how to cover the costs. The issue of student loan debt in the U.S. is thorny
Oh,
enough
jeez.
already, even for
This
normal
game gonna talk
students.
about everything that's wrong in America.
All this stuff's not just George's problem, though.
No, it is
All the
entirely
other brains
George's
that are
problem.
arrested will
No
have
one
to
else
deal
has
with
this
it,
problem.
too. Giving them bodies won't be the end of their problems. It'll be the beginning.
We should just keep them without
On
bodies.
a happier note, though, excellent work in bringing George's lower body back. Now he'll very likely be able to produce children in the future.
Oh,
Bravo.
you fucking cut George in half when you cut that scientist in half. I got it. Because, yeah, he seemed like, I was like, wait, why does he have a robot body? He seemed perfectly fine. I didn't get it. We just fucking chopped George in half. And then, like, put his brain in a robot, apparently. I guess. I don't know. We'll find out.
I trust you're not still upset, right?
After all, it's been 4 seconds since we last talked.
Look, let's just drop it, okay?
Gladly. I'm just glad I was able to assist you in operating the cryopreserver anyway.
I know, Doc.
Not that it's so difficult. With that pipe, you simply immerse the organs in the artificial plasma inside.
Yeah? I wouldn't think it was so easy to keep organs alive.
Well, I do it all the time. I have like 8 kidneys, you know.
Oh, it's quite simple, really. It uses chilled nanomachine-infused artificial plasma.
Nanomachines.
That suppresses the metabolism and regulates the oxygen intake of whatever is stored inside. The nanomachines are fully self-pumping. Once
They
the
operate
hemoglobin
on the
is detected in
stratopump
the local
roof.
environment, they release a flow of plasma into the organ where the body's original plasma is still present. When George's body was inserted into the storage cabin, artificial blood, chilled nearly to freezing point, automatically flowed in at the points of amputation. This dropped the internal temperature of the parts from 36 to 10 degrees centigrade. The result? The effective suppression of all metabolic activity. The plasma was also fine-tuned to keep
Oh,
the
some guy in the
SpO2
hallway
level
screaming
inside
like
the
a
organs
weirdo.
at 90% or above. The synergetic effect of all
Can we
this
talk about
allowed the
dumps
brain
some
to
more?
reach the regenerative treatment facility quickly, before any cell tissue was damaged at least. A most effective device, I must say. A micro gas turbine engine enables it to operate completely autonomously as a standalone unit. Would have been tough to lug over to the hospital otherwise.
Truly state-of-the-art indeed. I suspect it cost as much as a well-stocked emergency ambulance.
At
Like the
risk of
kind
speaking
Kane can project
inappropriately,
thoughts of
this
into your
group
brain.
certainly knows how to use its budget.
That's a
Guess I should be glad these guys have got
Obscure
so
reference.
much money to throw around. So, autonomous gears against remote gears? Which one do you think's got the advantage?
place your bets
Well, you
now.
cannot make a valid comparison between the two so easily, you know. You must
It's like
take the
asking who would win in a
relative
fight
importance
between
into
a
account,
karate guy and a
the
boxer.
operator and so
This is
forth.
going to turn into some
I suppose
shitty
so.
gimmick.
All things considered, remote gears do indeed hold the advantage, in most cases at least.
And I get the feeling you're gonna tell me why.
Well, you asked, right? I mean, what the fuck? Why do you ask questions and then make fun of you when I attempt to give a detailed
The
answer?
Wehrmacht employed a remote-controlled mine called Goliath, with tank-like treads on either side.
Yeah, let's chat about the
operator
Wehrmacht,
could send it over
Doctor.
600 meters into enemy territory before detonating its payload.
Germans certainly did have a knack for weird new weapons back then.
If I may continue.
Look, I would like you to stop making fun of the Nazis' weird weapons. I'd like to talk about the more positive aspect of the Nazis.
Cameras, enabling the operator with a much greater degree of control. But it took 20 more years before autonomous craft would gain wide acceptance.
Makes sense. The AI wasn't good enough until just recently, right?
Yeah, it really sucked, Rodney.
Target location and course correction were not a problem, of course. GPS solved all that. But target selection or base defense, these types of objectives require extremely complex AI routines. It was only with the advent of optical neuro-AI that such a thing became possible.
Yeah, but when am I gonna get my blood back? I've been waiting a long time.
Computer architecture, you know. Not the von Neumann model, which served as a standard up till that point. Neuro-AI was modeled after the human brain. It can learn and mature entirely on its own.
It's really
Like the
cool.
Patriots AI, just on a smaller scale.
Slightly less evil.
It cannot copy or rewrite data, but the structure does solve several problems quite well. The frame and symbol grounding problems, to be exact. It gives the AI flexibility within unknown states. But such a system still lags behind the average human in speedy decision-making. Also, as they cannot converse, they cannot demand or accept surrender, or avoid such unnecessary conflict. And as you know, such tactics are often the most effective strategy for victory.
Surrender is
So
often the
yes,
greatest way to
they do not
victory.
require a human soldier as a pilot is an advantage, purely in terms of resources. But in a hypothetical battle between two identical UGs, the remote gear tops the autonomous model, no question.
Got it. I'll keep that in mind.
Of
Ghetto.
course, even remote gears have some AI these days to handle balance and other minor details. So, the line between remote and autonomous UGs grows less and less distinct every day.
It's fuzzy math already. I guess I'll keep going. See if I can exhaust the doctor. The next time I'll be playing off screen. I don't think I'll bother to show you getting the Endurance Plus in Chapter 1. If anybody's really, really interested, you can look it up on YouTube. I think I'll just go ahead and get it, and the next video will be us back at this point. But let's see if we can exhaust Doctor's dialogue.
I trust you're not about.
Oh, we just exhausted Doctor's dialogue. Perfect. Perfect.
Truly, guess I should.
Alright, fantastic. So, the plot so far is some evil company called Desperado has killed the African president that we were in charge of defending, and that kind of made us mad. And then we got hired by some Eastern European country to stop Desperado from backing a terrorist coup. And we claimed victory there, even though the terrorist blew up an oil refinery. But I guess the fact that the terrorist is dead and didn't take over the country is enough. Then we were hired by an NGO to go stop Mexican kids from getting, not just Mexican kids, just a human trafficking operation that seemed to be going on in Mexico in the sewers. And we got there and we find out that World Marshal is behind it, and that a, quote, legitimate company called, Desperado is behind it. A legitimate company called World Marshal is their funder, and a senator from Colorado, the most evil state in the Union, even more evil than Delaware, was revealed to be in Act 1, is doing it. Like, so whatever their plans are, they're super evil. They're cutting brains out of kids and putting them into robots, and it's all to further the glory of some senator from Colorado. So as a result, and because Big Kev had an initially negative reaction to trying to do anything, it's like, oh, if it's a legitimate company, we better just leave them alone. Big Kev is like into laissez-faire economics, apparently. But yeah, so Raiden has decided to leave Maverick, and with only the help of Wolf and Doctor, and apparently George, he's going to invade the headquarters of World Marshal and just like take everybody's sorry ass out. And that's what's going on. We'll see more of that in the next video, guys. Yeah, I'm having fun with this game, and I feel like this chapter, where you're just fighting your way past a bunch of cyborg cops, and then fighting your way past like cyborg security and into a big cyborg office building, it's pretty fun. I hope that my memories turn out to be accurate. See you next time.